Welcome to My Sweet Islam, a channel dedicated to exploring the beautiful teachings, values, and lifestyle of Islam. Here we share uplifting content to help strengthen your faith, understand Islamic principles, and find peace in everyday life. From stories of the prophets to practical advice for modern Muslims, we cover a variety of topics with kindness and love. Join our growing community as we embark on this spiritual journey together, discovering ways to make Islam a sweet and inspiring part of our lives. Whether you're seeking knowledge, inspiration, or a supportive space, you'll find it here. Subscribe and embark on a path of sweetness, wisdom, and faith with My Sweet Islam. The topic I Know My Allah Is Always Right can explore the deep sense of faith, trust, and submission to Allah's wisdom and guidance in Islam. This theme delves into the idea that Allah, as the all-knowing creator, has a perfect plan for every individual, even if his decisions or the course of events are sometimes difficult to understand. 1. Trusting Allah's wisdom. Concept trust or tawakkul is central to Islamic faith. Muslims believe that Allah SWT is all-knowing Al-Alim, all-wise Al-Hakim, and all-powerful Al-Qudiyah. His knowledge encompasses every detail of the universe, past, present, and future. When a believer says, "I know my Allah is always right," it reflects their faith that Allah's wisdom is absolute and beyond human understanding. Explanation: humans have limited knowledge and perspective, so situations that seem challenging or unfair might have hidden blessings. For instance, a missed opportunity might seem disappointing at first, but it could protect a person from unseen harm. Trusting Allah means acknowledging that He knows what's best, even when it's hard to understand. Examples: Prophet Musa, Moses, and Khidr in Surah Al-Kahf. Allah recounts the story of Prophet Musa, Moses learning from Khidr. Musa witnesses Khidr performing actions that seem wrong or unjust, but each act has a hidden wisdom that only Allah knew. This story teaches us that Allah's decisions may seem puzzling, but there is always divine wisdom behind them. Prophet Joseph, his journey from being betrayed by his brothers and imprisoned to becoming a high-ranking official in Egypt demonstrates that hardships often serve a greater purpose, beyond immediate understanding. 2. Submission to divine will. Concept submission to Allah's will, or Islam itself, means letting go of control and accepting Allah's plan. Believing Allah is always right implies complete surrender to His decisions, knowing they are for the ultimate good, even if they seem difficult or painful in the moment. Explanation: accepting Allah's will doesn't mean passivity, but rather trusting in His path while actively making ethical and moral choices. This submission is an act of worship, as it reflects humility and acknowledges Allah's authority over all things. Examples: Prophet Abraham, his willingness to sacrifice his beloved son, Ishmael, upon Allah's command exemplifies complete submission. Though a deeply emotional trial, Ibrahim trusted in Allah's wisdom, and Allah replaced Ismail with a ram, rewarding Ibrahim's faith. The practice of istikhara: Muslims perform the prayer of guidance istikhara when faced with difficult decisions, asking Allah to choose what is best. This prayer embodies the concept of letting go and trusting Allah's wisdom. 3. Finding peace in faith. Concept faith in Allah's wisdom brings peace, especially during life's hardships. When a believer affirms, "I know my Allah is always right," they find comfort and reassurance in knowing that every situation has a purpose. Explanation: this peace comes from the belief that nothing happens by accident and that Allah has a plan for every person. This outlook reduces anxiety, stress, and fear, as believers know they are under the protection and guidance of a wise and merciful Creator. Examples: verses of comfort in the Quran. Allah promises, "Verily, with hardship comes ease," Quran 94:6, reminding believers that struggles are temporary and part of a greater journey. Patience as a source of peace in Islam. Sabr: patience is highly valued. Through patience, a believer acknowledges that Allah's timing is perfect, leading to inner peace during trials. 4. Overcoming doubts through faith. Concept: life often presents challenges that can lead to doubt. Faith in Allah's wisdom and justice helps overcome these doubts, reminding believers that Allah's decisions are always for their ultimate benefit. Explanation: when confronted with doubts, believers are encouraged to reflect on Allah's qualities, His mercy, wisdom, and justice. By turning to the Quran, Hadith, and prayer, Muslims find reassurance that even if they don't understand a situation now, it is part of Allah's perfect design. Examples: story of Salama. After husband passed away, Salama was devastated. She prayed to Allah for guidance, and eventually she married the Prophet Muhammad PBUH, a blessing she never anticipated. This story illustrates that Allah's plans often lead to greater blessings than one can foresee. Verse on reliance: the Quran states, "And whosoever puts his trust in Allah, then He will suffice him." Quran 65:3. This verse serves as a reminder that trusting Allah removes doubts, knowing He is always enough. The role of patience and gratitude. Concept: patience sabr and gratitude shukr are vital elements of faith. Believing that Allah is always right fosters these qualities, as one learns to see blessings involves enduring trials with resilience, while gratitude is recognizing Allah's blessings in every aspect of life. Together, they create a balanced approach to life, where a believer sees good in both ease and difficulty, as both come from Allah's wisdom. Examples: Prophet Ayub Job, known for his immense patience. Ayub endured severe illness and loss, but remained grateful and steadfast in his faith. His story teaches that patience is rewarded and that Allah's plans bring eventual relief. Everyday acts of gratitude. Practicing gratitude for daily blessings, like health, family, and sustenance, aligns with the belief that Allah's wisdom is in every part of life. 6. Lessons from Quran and Hadith. Concept: Islamic teachings provide numerous examples of Allah's perfect wisdom, guiding believers on how to accept and understand His decisions. Explanation: the Quran and Hadith contain lessons that demonstrate Allah's justice, mercy, and wisdom, serving as a source of strength and guidance for Muslims. By studying these teachings, believers learn to trust that Allah's way is always the right way. Examples: Hadith on contentment. The Prophet Muhammad PBUH said, "Amazing is the affair of the believer. Verily all of his affair is good. If something good happens, he is grateful, and that is good for him. If something of harm befalls him, he is patient, and that is good for him." Sahih Muslim. This hadith teaches that for a believer, every outcome is beneficial when accepted with the right attitude. Ayat of comfort verses such as, "And we test you with good and bad as a trial, and to us you will be returned." Quran 21:35 highlight that trials are part of life, guiding believers to trust Allah and seek His wisdom in every situation. Conclusion. The statement, "I know my Allah is always right," is a profound declaration of trust, faith, and submission to Allah's divine wisdom. It teaches Muslims to embrace life's uncertainties with patience and gratitude, understanding that everything, joy and hardship alike, serves a higher purpose in Allah's perfect plan. By learning from the Quran, Hadith, and stories of the prophets, believers are encouraged to keep their hearts anchored in faith, finding peace in knowing that Allah's choices are always for the best, even when they can't yet see the bigger picture. This perspective not only strengthens one's relationship with Allah, but also brings inner peace, resilience, and a sense of fulfillment on the spiritual journey.